So listen up. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the two different types of pimps. One is covert, one is overt. The overt pimp is the type that we are most familiar with. We've seen them on Instagram. We've seen them rolling around the streets in a fancy car. Okay? The covert type is the type that we've also grown familiar with. This type is usually within our inner circle, someone trusted, like a friend, family member, close acquaintance. And this type happens to be a bit more stealthy because they blend in as if they're just like you. Now, the personality types of the two are similar, but also very distinct. The personality of the overt pimp is flashy, shows off, likes gaudy jewelry. You can usually see him with a lot of different women around him. And his personality type is selfish, but also very generous, or at least initially. Okay? So, in the same way that he will throw around cash to prove his status and how cool he is, he may also gift a girl that he is in pursuit of a nice handbag, expensive purse, nice pair of shoes, expensive pair of stilettos, and the girl that he is preying upon will look at all of these things like, oh, these gifts are so great, and this guy can't afford me this lavish lifestyle, is what they're thinking. But really, he is just dangling a carrot in front of their faces, and as soon as they bite, he's gonna say, okay, for you to continue getting these things, you have to do X, Y, and Z for me. Okay, so it's almost like a switch and bait with him. And his personality in terms of kindness, it's very backhanded, is the best way to describe it. Because he will give a compliment only if you fulfill a quota or do something for him, right? Like, oh, you look nice out there on the track, right? Like, you look really nice out there doing what daddy tells you to do. So the only time you receive a compliment or you feel complimented by the overt pimp is if you are selling yourself. Now, the personality type of the covert pimp, he is also selfish and complimenting at the same time. So this type, he will be kind and say nice things, but don't confuse it for sincerity or real generosity, because within that same breath, he will not help you. Any favors, anything that you may need or ask for, you ask for help in a time of emergency, he will either limit his help or he will not help at all. And you can forget about gift giving. The most you might get out of the coverted predator or pimp, he might buy you some McDonald's. He might buy you a bottle of wine. He might pay for your gasoline. It's like trinkets. It's nothing. Okay? And as far as his dress attire, it's very casual, everyday wear, nothing fancy. Now, the tactic that the overt pimp will use is very obvious. He seduces and lures girls in with a lap of luxury, saying, if you come work for me, you can be just like me, just as cool as me. You can ride around and fly cars and have all the best things. I can give you this great lifestyle. But again, it's always strings attached. It's tit for tat, like, you must do this for me to do that. He is not just giving these things willingly, and he never will. You could make that man $1 million, and he's gonna say, oh, well, that's it? You could have made me 10 million. What you do is never going to be enough. And so he'll be able to, or at least his tactic is to flip the situation to his advantage, to get you giving more to him than what he is giving to you. And with the coverted pimp, his tactic is to exaggerate the small things. Very similar to the overted pimp. But again, it's more emotionally attached or emotionally draining, because he knows how to hit you where it hurts. Because again, he's trusted among you and probably other people you know. So to give an example of the manipulation, my predator, when I was younger, he said that I was flirting with him. And this was all in result of me calling him cutie pie, because I made the mistake of calling him a cutie pie, which is something very normal. It was something that we did all the time among black families and black circles. We would say, oh, she's so cute, or that's a cutie pie. Look at that little cute baby over there, right? So this was very common. And I made the mistake of saying this to a covert predator, and he took advantage of that. And he started flirting back like, oh, well, I think you're cute too. I think you're attractive as well. And one day when I finally questioned him about it, he made me believe that it was my fault, that I started the flirting. And so he flirted back. He knew exactly what to say to make me believe it was my fault. And that was his reasoning. He felt justified for what was to come and him assaulting me, ultimately. And so, in my opinion, the coverted pimp is much worse than the overted pimp. Now, some may disagree, but I feel like the coverted predator has more access to children and underage girls. Because again, these are people that we trusted. So they have more time, they have more access. Now, with the overt pimp, he has a degree of arrogance that is not going to make him stay for very long. Like, he will only pursue a girl for so long before he throws in the towel and gives up, because he has an ego. He's like, look how flashy and hot I am. Look what I've achieved. I have money with or without you, babe. So if you don't pick me, if you don't choose this pimpin', another one will. Another one will. And so he at least will leave a bit faster. Whereas the coverted pimp can take his time. The coverted predator watches and waits meticulously. And a lot of times they go under the radar. So, to the youth out there, to the young kids, be on the lookout. Be aware of these signs that I mentioned. And I do understand how both types could have some charm. You know, they could come off as charming or something appealing. But I promise you that they will leave you spiritually bankrupt. And they will leave you drained of everything you thought you had.